slaying Hades with the blade he gave me on that God bullshit. Let them combos rip and I strongbow shit with my mondo clip. Let my rondo spit through your condo wits. Now I'm trying to rule this world on that Hondo tip.
Hit a mental rookie, real flying heaven stored. Slash the demons and the heathens creeping at my front door. Raw dope lyrics with spirits combined with a delivery similar to a fast rhyming cannibal. Oh wait, I missed the bravado, like comparing myself to cycles. My chi is overflowing like rolling up on the ocean. That didn't rhyme, but I don't care about your feelings. There's nothing in hip hop that says that I got to be nice to you. Dude, I'm on a parallel plane, probably insane, eating rice while being restrained by Dr. Strange with the eye of Agamotto.
Martial art has a very
So there we go.
As far as my life is concerned, because as an actor, as a martial artist, as a human being, all these I have learned from martial art.
I don't know what adult age plays with your dog. What?
Yeah, let me see you on the ring, fight back on the mat. Words are weapons when you're talking with me, I'm like that. Quit your bitchin' sounding salty to me. I see you losing like knobs, lost the gas in AP. Fuck you, I'm here to see bloodshed. Cut at each other, the Don as a Caesar. Wanting to see you do a career and to win the thumbs out. We pay to see Tonka shouting them down. Hold up the body, shockingly broken, displayed to the crowd. Came in confident, pussies leave hollowed. Watching with the empty bottle, the problem solving themselves. Monitor time and pay mind to the signs. Kumite, communicate regarding shit high on the shelf. We pine for the belt. High class blood sports, vamps, red wine in the glass. Weak arguments falling flat on the ass. I'm fucking with that. Can't believe a newbie fell for the act. Took the alley off the avenue, tripped up and walked right in the slap. Going on a roll for the blood god, I'm seeing this out of my third eye. A way to make your heart stop, thinking what it spell like. You know you fuck with the wrong guy. You already know, homie, no need to warn for me. Aiming for the championship. You can go hard or go home knowing your reputation is worth shit. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite.
Hey guys, did you know we used to be intelligent? Weren't those today's? Cause nowadays we just yelling right for relevance. We're like savages.
You shouldn't say that around Tonkasaw. He's an idiot, and that's racist, man. He might split your wig with a tomahawk.
Oh shit, copy that. Does anybody know where the producer's at? I hear alarms ringing, he's still asleep. The 90-minute intro is almost complete. He's gonna get his ass replaced by a thought too black folk 80s taste. Gotta grab my wrench and break the glass. Need emergency tendies to wake his ass up. Yup, it's just one of those days. All praise the alarm, no state. And if we can avoid all the false flags, show can start. Fill body bags. What, is that news? The Kumite's medicine a threat to you. And your children too. They just might kill a classmate or two. Bullshit and lies come as no surprise, and are further from the truth in both of Brittany Vance's eyes. Just take a fucking minute to digest what you're hearing and realize what you're seeing ain't nothing new to the internet. It's the summer of the sweetie squatters in town. We're here to have a good time, pass the cake farts around, and if you don't fucking get it, keep throwing your hissy fits, and let's get some ones in the chat if I fucking murdered this shit.
Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite.
Fresh out the bed with an argument. Okay, let's see who started it. Convince us that you're right and it's just not a dog it's barking at. It seems easy, but these things can be intense. Be queasy when that gate is your last line of defense. It's congregation of confrontation you can walk away from. Have concentration and set your point up with proper placement. Talk adjacent and satisfied with the crowd's amazement, and then see if a win is something you walk away with. Ain't no one around here holding your hand, man. Don't go into it blind like Jean-Claude Van Damme, cause breaking the arena ain't part of the plan. But end it with the W any way that you can. Regardless of hardship, harness up all that you know. Take the knowledge, you gotta take it as far as it goes. Plant a seed in their mind and see how tall that it grows. Make sure you do your best, and please pardon my flow. You know I try to show you what I got, but I can't explain it. This is the picture I'm painting, saying I'm walking away with the same thing that's tainted. But I don't care if I can escape it. Rather show you what I'm doing, but this beat's what I'm raping.
Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite.
ればお別れ夢は時幻にあなたを追いかけていた光の中で流れるたび暖かい風を頼り They got me feeling like gin off this gin. I'm melodic with the smoke in the air, and the smell is hypnotic with a strawberry swish blunt with a whole lot of chronic in a pocket with a wallet with a whole lot of nada. I be stressed, but it got me in an ethereal mode with a serious soul and a cereal bowl. Like I'm searching for the sunflower, I'ma go on the road, but keep my mind open infinite like the Konami code. Hip hop is my soul. Hope you looking when he's rapping, B-boy spinning to the beat like Mugen when he's scrapping. I'm jugging and I'm lapping on my way to Shangri-La, but some live, some die in the way of the samurai. Hear my battle cry, I might stay late and keep my fresh on the sideways 8. Yeah, I might make babes. All I need is some risotto and a cosplay chick that was born in Kyoto. Why? But that's a no-no if I ain't got that protection B. I keep my sword sheath. I don't need no BM stressing me. I wonder if there's a message G when I hear these new rappers. I ain't hating you rappers, but I prefer the boom bappers. It's the truth rappers, it's the war of the words. And I'm standing on top the castle representing the third. I guess you ain't heard. I'm following my destiny, following the God of fools, father to the death of me. A cross on my chest and resolve in my heart. Ain't shit you can do to bring a stop to this march. Bring a stop to this art. You must be JK, and I grab the mic and get loud like an AK spraying, and I stay laying this heat over beats. I got the resolve of a beast, so girl put your knees over these shoulders right here. They holding up the world already. Mujushin style stabbers got your girl all sweaty. Ah, you mad, bro? My bad, I'm in my zone. Miyamoto Musashi with the microphone. The best squad in the city is watching my back. I might hit you with a two-piece like Mataza the Zap. I'm just talking that crap. I'm a peaceful warrior. And my flow Mega Man, I'll defeat and absorb you while I'm hungover off gin and soda. I'm a fucking hero, dog, man. I beat Genova. Word to Jehovah, right hand on the rhyme. The way I'm rapping these lines, so you can examine my mind. Take a step aside, don't be afraid. I'll let the beat lead me while I lead the way. And I seen today, as I read the sermon, that all I can tell you's only death is certain. But the way of the samurai is found in death. You might hear a lot of deep shit, but mine sounds the best. Yes, yeah. This one, baby. KV Anime on the beat. Hood Hemingway.
Raindrops, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot ball, cooking, fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't trust nobody, grip the trick, nobody. Call up the gang and they come and get Jane. Call me your river, keep you.
What up, what up, what up? YouTube, it's your boy Stone Monkey here with the Knights of the Coffee Table. Along with me is my boy Excel.
God damn it, Stone Monkey. You show up late, like you get in the fucking chat, like right before we're about to go live, we're on your channel. First thing you say to us is like, you're just like taking a rip off the bong.
That was perfect.
God fucking damn it.
I was going to say, that was the best intro I've ever heard.
Damn, I feel great.
And I'm Sinrise, by the way. What's up, everybody? Thanks for introducing me, Stone Monkey.
Fuck yeah.
He got high and forgot. We're also missing a night, man. We're missing Vash, the token Dargan, man.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, Vash is on the move.
Oh, I almost forgot. I would have normally fucking done this I would have normally let him do this, but I'm totally going to invade Bash's main channel and just be like, add everyone, join our stream. Listen to us talk about games. Anyway, this is Knights of the Coffee Table. You actually had post-apocalyptic gaming. It's like, what are you streaming tonight? It's like, well, right now it's not a game. We will be playing games later, but me and you started this how long ago with like the first episode of Woke Games and whatnot on my channel? It was a while ago, man. Yeah, it was like maybe not quite that much. What, 14? Yeah, like 4 or 5 months ago. And we were just kind of like, we were just testing the waters on what it would be like to do our own gaming talk show stream. And it's been getting better. Like, I really say, like, especially like we got that Matt Place guy on, the Wizard developer, which will be up on the Knights of the Coffee Table YouTube channel, which is coming. If you look at the show notes page, you like this show, sub to the Knights of the Coffee Table channel, because the plan is just to, it's a lot easier because we have four different people that can host, just to have everybody be able to access the same channel. Yeah, the whole idea is like, man, like we don't really, so like there's a lot of overlap, but the YouTube circles we run in, they don't talk gaming, like that's not their main thing. So we're just like, let's make a gaming show for the YouTube circles we run in and see what we can do with it. And just like we usually try to do just like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and then we skip over for the newbies here because Gulf City Stone Monkey pointed out there were a lot of them. Then afterwards we will actually just play games or whatever, but we're going to do that on our own channels. And our channels are also listed in the subscription if you're not already subscribed.
You should be subscribed because if you are not, early morning JF will come out of nowhere and stab you until you do.
Damn.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what that was, but yeah, what's up, guys?
Man, I already see one failure, which I'm not going to fix right now because everybody knows who we are. I don't have the My Circle working on this for some, or not the My Circle, the Discord. The Discord icons aren't there. I need to fix that. Sinrise had a really good idea for what to do with that. Well, like me and him both, but I think there's a way if we switched over to Hangouts where you can make it so that you can have an icon that pops up every time you talk.
Well, that you have that on Discord too.
Yeah, no, I get that, but you can set it up so you can place the icon wherever you want, depending on who's talking.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, you can do that with Discord as well.
We're gonna have to fucking work on that, man.
Yeah. Plus, I can the JavaScript that the Streamlabs plugins expose are you can like they give you objects to work with. It's cool. It makes it easy to like customize them and shit. So I can do, if we can get someone to like animate our little avatars to do the mouths, we can like have them talk and shit.
Hey, whoa, chat, chill out.
Woo!
Chill out, right? Ralph retorts on soon for some fucking e-drama. We got the Snatch class is probably gonna come on pretty soon. Sinrise, the skeleton dude. You tell him about the Insomnist.
That's my podcast I do with Ryan himself.
Which is not gaming, which is why we do this thing. But anyway.
Unless gaming is in the news, but yeah, we do mostly just current events.
Yeah, well shit, I think even this stream, man, like this is kind of a big deal, and anybody that's been subbed for a while knows that, like, I like playing Overwatch. I'm a fan.
Fuck yeah, he got me hooked on that shit.
I generally like Blizzard Entertainment. We had a lead Hearthstone dev on this stream not too long ago. But this thing they did recently, it crossed the fucking line, man. Like, what? It's so obviously like retcon bullshit. Why the fuck would you randomly just make a new story that implies that Soldier 76 is gay?
I don't know. Like, what?
It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's so
Don't
forced.
they have people that have some sort of clue as to like who's playing their games and shit? How could they have thought that that would be a plus?
Yeah, here's the honest truth. Even gay guys that fucking play Overwatch don't give a shit about whether or not a character's gay or not. When you're playing the game, how much does Soldier 76 gayness affect his ability to
Nobody
Helix
cares
rocket in the face, right? It's not. Yeah, you don't even think about it. In fact, the entire fact that there's a storyline behind it, like I get having a little storyline, but like the Soldier 76 video that they put out, yeah, it was just like make him look badass to hype up the game.
They should have put that into his original bio when they first announced, when they first released the characters and their stories. That should have been part of it. Are they doing that? Are they creating new backstories for all their characters? Is that something that they constantly do?
Okay,
They're constantly updating it?
So this brings me back to something that was kind of important that came up whenever we interviewed Matt Place, right? These people that are up in the dev studios just trying to make the game and whatnot, like they're just hiring these fucking young writers and being like, oh yeah, you guys are young, in touch with the community, do whatever you want, right? And then so they end up with a whole bunch of social justice warriors that write the storyline. Like I think the people at the top that are developing the game, like they don't give a shit, nor is that something that they're thinking about. But the people below them, they're the people that are pushing this nonsense. And even people like even the social justice warrior community, like Polygon and Kotaku, were just like, this seems really fucking forced. Like almost insultingly so. Because there's nothing about his nature or demeanor that would make you think he was gay. In fact, he's one of his first skins was like the dad belt, Grill Master 76 skins.
Right. Well, there shouldn't be anything about him that indicates that he's gay. That's kind of the whole point, right? Isn't that equality or whatever when we're no longer talking about it?
Yeah, and like I said, I don't think anybody gives a shit when they're playing a fucking game like Overwatch, where the fucking character puts their dick in.
Things are equal.
I have no idea about
gives a shit.
the lore of this game at all. Like none. I have zero clue about any of the backstory of anybody.
Me too.
And I love the shit out of the game. I could care less about that.
Well,
I mean, yeah,
so
there are
like
games
in
the lore.
So what they do is they release these little comic books, and that's where this came from. And the first character was like they made Tracer a lesbian, right? And people kind of saw that one coming anyway. Like, I'm sorry, just look at her.
All right.
But I mean, that's whatever. It didn't seem so forced. But with 76, like they put this little thing in where he's talking to Anna, and Anna brings up this dude named Vincent, and he's talking about guys like me we gotta put our duty above relationships. And I'm just trying to do the Soldier 76 voice. Like, even that, I was just like, it's not that gay of a story. If anything, it reminds me of that Doug Stanhope skit where Doug Stanhope's always like, I'm officially now a gay comedian, and he just wants to be able to go to like some poor gay kid and be like, hey, yo, it's okay that you want to fuck dudes. It doesn't mean you gotta act like a faggot. And I'm just like, maybe we should like take this and just be like, yes, more gay guys should be like Soldier 76. Just some hardened, battle-worn soldier that just happens to like to fuck dudes.
Yeah, I'm sure that's part of why they chose that character to force the fucking diversity quota or whatever into. It's like, who's the most unlikely stereotype? And they used him.
I don't know, man. They could have done the fucking wrecking ball, man. You could just had a gay hamster running around.
That would have
raised too many eyebrows.
that would have at least been funny.
Yeah.
I just think of it like from back in King of the Hill, man, when they
funny.
When Hank found out.
Excuse me, but my identity is not a joke.
Bro, it was when Hank found out Dale's dad was actually gay.
Yeah, no, I mean it is, but this is way more like that's Mike Judge dude, just like making jokes and social commentary and whatnot. This isn't. It's so forced. Like I said, even fucking like the LBGTQ community is like, why are you fucking tokenizing us like this?
Yup.
Yeah.
They're gaming. Where is Sir Adamantine, the only fucking gay guy I stream with? He needs to come here and look at and listen to Soldier 76. I know he hates video games, and be like, is he gay? Like, just do your gaydar based on how they originally wrote him. I would guarantee you were like, no, that is not a gay man.
Activate gaydar.
Oh shit, Post has got a good point there. Roadhog does kind of have that gay vibe with his outfit.
I can believe that for him, man. Plus, like, just think of how many times Roadhog had to have been in and out of prison.
Yeah. I don't want to think about that.
Man, that motherfucker was probably just sitting around waiting for somebody to drop the soap.
Nice.
Yeah, no, but they really did. For me, it kind of crossed the line. It's not that I'm gonna stop playing Overwatch. I already bought the fucking game.
I know.
Right.
Like, it's one of those games where you buy it once. I don't have to fucking pay anything else for it. The game itself is fine. It's fun, but Blizzard keeps pulling these stunts, which it's gonna lead me into this next thing. Which, oh shit, I don't think I got it set up, but I need to talk for a second. I want to do something about bell curves.
Somebody posted something like where, like, oh, this character was also gay, but it like doesn't come up in the movie ever. So it's like, fucking cares. Like,
well, Tracer's gay, but
if it's not in the game, it's not in the content, like the thing that you watch, who fucking cares? Not part of it. You know what I mean?
I don't care what sexual orientation any of the characters.
What percentage of people do you think actually give a fuck about the backstory of any of those characters who actually play Overwatch?
0.
And of those people, what percentage of them do you think care about the politics?
Yeah, they just want them to look cool and do cool things. That's about it.
And what percentage of those do you think people would just be kind of turned off?
Yeah, it's like
by the fact that he's gay.
Because Overwatch is definitely,
I think that's pretty gay.
I'm gonna be sitting around and being like, we could really use a faggot 76 right now, but I don't want to play a faggot.
I know. Now it's all gonna be jokes. Everyone's gonna meme the fuck out of it.
I know.
And
they already started.
It's not gonna do anything for the LGBT fucking community.
All they did is try to score cheap points from the SCW game journal community,
which is really, really weird. They should be trying to score points from the fucking people who play the game.
What? Don't you have a phone, Sinrise?
No, bro.
I'm not a marketing expert or nothing, but shouldn't you try to appeal to the people who pay for your product more so than just?
Hey, we got to show that we're woke,
But why? That's what I'm saying. Like, I can understand that
because if you don't get woke, you can never know what broke is, man.
Okay.
We have to do it. We gotta do it, man. I gotta wake up.
There's plenty of ways to.
I just don't understand what they're afraid of. Like a bad article being written about them in one video game review site or something, or fucking BuzzFeed saying some shit about them, or mean tweets. Like, what are they really worried about?
All right, so for all the video game executives listening, like Mr. Misanthropic, right? You got connections up there at the top. Look at what happened with Red Dead Redemption 2. And the backlash it got for allowing characters to abuse feminists.
Right.
The game made record
You mean
sales.
not making it impossible for people to abuse feminists? Because it was just a natural consequence of being able to attack any NPC, or most of them, I assume. And one of them happens to be a feminist. So it wasn't like they...
Dude,
Like, come
on.
Hey,
read the chat. I gotta stop this. We gotta read the chat.
Go for it.
What's going on with chat?
Early morning, Jeff here to read the chats. Live stream news says Soldier 76 is Ellie.
He also says all the Overwatch characters are gay.
But no.
I'm actually, if you guys have the stream up, I'm actually getting to that. Because, so there's this phenomenon. I'll let you
clear this
continue.
out. Most people don't care, and of the people who would care, they're going to be turned off by the fact that the character's gay. Like there's probably 0 people that are like, yes, Soldier 76 is gay. Yay.
Yeah,
Pretty
there's
much,
also
yeah.
there's also gay people that have been playing the game for a while, and they're like, no, he's not.
They're like, yeah,
Fucking
what?
assholes.
Who cares?
It's like, trust me,
But
I know a
he's-
gay guy when I
he's
see him, and this guy, he's not one of them.
Secretly
the
closet.
answer can't be that they're necessarily stupid or not listening, or not listening to the market research, but they're so ideologically driven that they have to inject this shit into their games. Is that what we're talking about?
No,
Is that what-
I think the market.
The people who run these companies are just so up their own ass with their own ideology that they ruin their own companies.
I have a theory that the market research is wrong.
What?
I think the market research on these kind of things is wrong. I think, right, so there are people coming on and saying, like, well, look at the people that you're not gathering, right? It's like women and, I don't know, maybe LGBTQ people or whatever. But anyway, they're just like, you know, the gaming space has always been incredibly masculine. So if you want to reach out, you got to pander to people that are less masculine, right?
But why?
Well, okay, so like in theory,
You think you're gonna sell more fucking games?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. They don't. I think they're like companies are learning the hard way. That's why we have this get woke, go broke mantra, right?
Yeah.
But I just think right now, like you just have a lot of people,
Right
especially
now, that would have a better handle on how shit works.
No,
you know what
but-
I mean?
but
It's not
you
like
gotta-
the
you
video
gotta-
game industry's 2 years old.
Well, so you got to really think. So this whole like being woke thing is only like a few 2 or 3 years old, right?
I guess
It's not like it's slightly before Trump, maybe, but before then, people weren't worrying about things so silly as what you can do in a fucking Rockstar video game, right? Like we thought we excuse
thought
me,
we were past
yeah,
this.
we thought we won that battle against the Christian coalition in the 90s.
Yeah.
Well, now it's back and even more retarded.
It never
than
left. It just changed. Like it's like a fucking demon. It's like just possessing a different body now.
Let's do stupid shit.
I hate that analogy. It's the first one I thought of.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, that's it really does feel like the exact same shit.
Yeah.
I remember back in 2002.
Religious ideology.
Yeah, it is So when I tell people about secular religion, they're like, that doesn't make any sense. It's like, it's the irrational belief in a set of ideas that don't require a god. That's what I call secular religion.
Yeah. It really is the same part of the brain, though. You know, it's the same. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, anyway, so I want to skip now because you were reading out about how 76 is Ellie's guy. Before I even get into this, so what you're seeing on screen right here, if you ever see a drawing like this, it's a bell curve. So this is like super racist, misogynist type shit. If you ever see this, like disregard it.
In other words,
it's fake science, right? Or it's racist science. It's not fake, it's racist science. Because racist
all
scientists
science is racist.
Yeah,
by
so
nature,
what they
because
did
white men came up with science.
What
so
they
that
did
made
is they
science racist.
discovered that genetic like basically all traits that can be traced back to genetics fall on a normal distribution, which is a bell curve. Right? So these are a little blurry, but you see these like these peak-ins here, 2.5%, 13.5%, 34%. You know, most of the people like fall in the middle here, right? These 234%. And they're going to be pretty close together, but the extremes, they're pretty far apart, and only like 2.5% of the people will fall on either side of the extreme. So let's just say you have a bell curve, you have a trait that is determines whether you're a criminal or a CEO. With a normal distribution, so you got 2.5% on either side, plus whatever's left over.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens when you move the curve over one standard deviation to the right.
Now, for some of our audience members who might not know what that means, what exactly is a standard deviation? I mean, I know what it means, but just in case there's some other people out there who don't know.
Sunrise, you know what it means. Go ahead. No, I know what a standard deviation is. I mean, it's the deviation from the average of whatever you're taking the standard of. And it goes on both sides, so usually a plus or minus. So like I do control charts a lot, so
it's
usually
like
it's two times the standard deviation. It's similar, yeah.
Okay.
So you move over. This is just one, right? It's just one, right? So the percentages of the bell curve fall in different places. But look what happens. So most of the fucking people still kind of fall in the same place, right? Look at this area here in the middle. Not much different. But look at the extremes. What 2.5% used to do is now 13.5%. And then you have another 2.5% exceeding what the 2.5% that were at the top of the curve did earlier. It's just one standard deviation. All right, let's do it the other way. Let's see what happens.
Bum, bum, bum.
So what does it all mean?
Well, I mean, you get more CEOs if like a population just happens to have just a one standard. Because look at the peaks; they're not that much different. They're not. Most of the people still fall in the same place, but at the extremes, whatever the traits mean, like you just have way more people that are better at being CEOs here. Let's go the other way.
Too many chiefs, not enough.
What the fuck, man? Like most of the people are still the same, right? Like, you look at the standard, like the peaks, they're not that far apart. Most of the people still fall in the same range.
No,
but then you have a shit ton of more people that just like hit that threshold where they're probably going to be criminals and then some, man, like fucking mass murderers over here.
Uh-oh. We're talking about Detroit.
Yeah, so the point I'm trying to make, it doesn't take a whole lot of difference between people, right? Like, when they say men and women are mostly the same, that's accurate. It is. Because when I just showed you that bell curve thing, most of it is like, most of the people are going to fall somewhere in the middle regardless of their sex. But if a trait is differentiated by just one standard deviation, the extremes start looking ridiculously out of whack. Which brings us to the Ellie story.
Nigga, what type of fucking Chinese shit deviation? Fucking
God, what is going on here? Holy shit, fuck us.
I say, I thought I heard a monkey coming, you guys. Sorry.
What the fuck just happened? Nigga, you talking all this Chinese mumbo jumbo, imbo, kimbo, fembo, simbo shit? The fuck you talking about deviations, fucking numbers and whatnot?
Math is hard.
My brain.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about. Sound like some
all right.
Chinese fucking crazy ass bullshit. Are you Japanese now, nigga? You ching chow.
Tom Pinoid, you're actually the perfect person to join in on this part of the conversation because we're about to go in on this this hoax that was played on the Overwatch community. And I'm just gonna give you the story.
By the way, Simraz, I want to explain to you why.
You're roboting.
Classic Tom Pinoid. He on the road.
That's why he comes in and just breaks all our shit. But anyway, before he can explain that to him, I'm gonna explain this to Tom Pinoid. So, what happened is
150 billion in sales.
Yeah, everybody missed everything you said before 150 billion in sales.
Oh, what? Wait, well, how much of everything did you miss?
This is why we have the fucking everything you said completely before. You said Sunrise, by the way, space. And then the last thing we heard was a 100 billion in sales. This is why we have fucking. Yeah. This is why every time Pinoid shows up, the camera breaks.
I got. Shut up, nigga. I got your standard deviation bullshit. Right. Here's the deal. Yo, females make 80% of all purchases, right? And so they want a part of that market. Like the PlayStation fucking 4 just cracked 150 million units in sales.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yo, and there's like 7 billion people on the goddamn planet. And you figure repeat customers, things of this nature, blah, blah. That's a lot of people they're not selling to. And so therefore they're trying to gauge shit up so they can sell shit to motherfucking everybody else other than gamers. We're actually the extreme. Well, y'all are. I don't game. You know what I mean? But still, we're the extreme of the motherfucking shit. You know what I mean? And everybody else is kind of normal.
Every time a company tries something like that, it doesn't fucking work. I don't understand why.
I agree with you. And by the way, you know, they're taking their polls They're taking their polls in New York City and San Francisco and LA. That's why they keep coming up with the same fucking numbers. All right, it's not about the poll. It's about where you take the poll and who you're polling. All right, because if you poll in California and you poll in motherfucking Florida, the numbers are going to come up entirely goddamn different.
So the theory is, all right,
Yep.
we saturate the market with young men, 18 to 25, whatever's. We need to expand our business. What's the demographic that we can tap into? Well, how about women? All right, if we could just make everything suck shit, it'll attract more women.
And then detract exponentially more men than the women you attracted.
Right.
That's the hard lesson they're learning.
And somehow it doesn't occur to them that by appealing to women and young people or whatever, because I remember when the Sci-Fi Channel did this. Remember when the Sci-Fi Channel was the Sci-Fi Channel and then they changed it to Sci-Fi?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And their whole idea behind that, and then they started putting out fucking reality shows and wrestling and a bunch of stupid bullshit. It's because that's the kind of shit that they, like, for some reason they thought women wanted to watch. You're like, so you're taking a channel dedicated to science fiction and trying to appeal to more people who typically don't watch science fiction? What the fuck? So you're going to alienate the people who made your channel what it is, the whole reason why it exists, in order to attract more customers? What?
Yeah.
And then when that didn't work for them, they finally started going back to producing sci-fi again.
People don't want to be put in a box, and you got to remember they're requiring constant growth. Did you notice that fucking Blizzard all of a sudden wants to start making app games and shit, or app games for your phone? You know what I mean? Because
because all the news on the China market, it's a China market too.
I just don't understand why they just don't ever seem to consider the impact on the existing customer base.
Because they want to grow.
Yep, they always want. Yep.
Yeah, actually,
need to get more. Need to get.
They don't see why
they gotta factor it in.
Sunrise. The answer is they don't see why those two things aren't related, right? Even once again, that interview with Matt Place, his opinion on that was it was like getting on stage to pitch a product that's designed for one group of people in front of an entirely different group of people.
I suppose.
Right. So like Blizzard could have done it. Like they could have their mobile fucking Diablo game. Yeah. But the way they went about it, they pitched it to the wrong audience. They never should have even gotten on stage there and said, "Hey, look, you want to play Blizzard on mobile? This is great, man. Don't you guys have phones? Don't you guys have phones? TK Mao, don't you have a phone? Mr. Misanthropic,
being on the main stage for Diablo, that was I
suppose if you got guys like Tim Cook who are talking about fucking things that are a sin, it seems like corporate America is starting to lose touch a little bit.
No, they've always lost touch. You know, I mean, it's just the fact that
I would say instead of losing touch, they're always behind.
Yeah.
They don't set the trends; they follow them. And that's kind of the deal. And so what they're trying to do right now is they're trying to they want to grow their fucking business, and they have shareholders who are demanding constant growth with technology that legitimately they keep pushing the envelope so it costs more, wages go up, price of properties go up, cost of shipping goes up. All this shit is a continual expense increase, but their fucking amount of individuals buying their fucking units are the exact same. Because the group isn't fucking changing, so they're casting a bigger net to catch more fish inside of that fucking group.
Well, yeah, and buried behind that, you have a bigger point is that the shareholders are trying to read the immediate market signals, but the immediate market signals are the news media, and the news media is actually out of touch with the consumer.
That's for sure. That's not the only thing they're out of touch with
anymore. Yo, fuck yeah, they're anymore nowadays. Yeah. They have no idea.
Is Monkey really quiet for you guys too?
Monkey, speak up, bitch.
What?
Or turn your mic
there you go.
Sorry.
There you go.
It's like you got so high you like leaned back away from your microphone and nobody could hear you.
I did.
Yeah, I did lean back. I leaned back. Lean back.
Lean back.
Do the fade away.
Lean back.
Well, it's goddamn depressing because they're ruining all the good shit.
Not
they're gonna ruin the good shit. Like, because the good shit isn't I'm sorry, man. You know what I mean? Like, gamers don't own the motherfucking video games. They just play them. You know, and eventually they're gonna stop making consoles altogether. Like, dude, notice they stopped making games and handing out CDs. Now everybody's buying shit online. The market's gonna change, man. It is what it is.
Yeah. Can I understand that one?
It's the people that buy their games, so I think they have a vested interest in keeping their core customer base on board, because they're
You
not
would
going to
think
get
that, but you would be wrong.
Yeah, I guess I am wrong.
You know what I'm saying? Like, legit, you would be motherfucking dead ass wrong about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, I wish you were right, but you are, you know what I mean, not right at all about that. Like, they don't really give a fuck about you at all.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're just numbers.
Tom P, I want to move on a little bit because I think you're gonna love this fucking one because it's such a ridiculous fucking double standard. And to everybody watching the stream, just go back to remember what I said about what happens with traits of people if they're just slightly off. At the extremes, they're way fucking off, right? Like in the middle, everybody's about the same. But at the extremes, it's way fucking off. One of the things that is at the extreme is being ridiculously fucking good at video games, right? Like having fucking crack shot, aim, and drive, and like positioning in a game like Overwatch. Like that's, if you're going to be like one of the pro teams, man, like, yeah, it's on one of those like logarithmic curves. But the difference between a top 500 player and a top 100 player is gigantic. It's bigger than a starter versus the top 50%. It's a huge difference. So another thing that went on with the Blizzard has just been, God, why? I used to love Blizzard Entertainment, but man, they just keep fucking.
Me too.
Because this story is fucking ridiculous. So
I had high hope for them too.
I have the article up, but I don't even need to read the article. So here's what happened. For a while, there was this person that was a female gamer named Ellie that broke into the top 500 of all Overwatch players, right?
Bullshit.
And she all of a sudden she got all sorts of attention.
Already bullshit.
And a pro team was ready to sign her. They wanted to sign her. And a whole bunch of fucking game journals wrote articles about how awesome it was that this girl was going to get signed by a pro team. Finally, somebody overcame all the sexism and whatnot in gaming. And then she disappeared. And then the game journal saw that she disappeared and said, oh my God, all the misogyny of gaming just led her to quit. She was just so upset over all the bullshit that men say in video games, because that's, sorry man, if you're playing competitive video games, you better be ready for some shit talk. But she couldn't take it because misogyny. and then the hammer dropped. It was never a girl to begin with. It was some dude that was already a top 500 player that could not get signed to a team. He was really good, but not good enough to get signed to a team. That quit after a team was actually ready to sign him. It's almost like he was trying to prove a fucking point. Now, if you were smart, you would be like, yeah, maybe this misogyny and video game stuff is bullshit. Like, competitive gaming is dying to have a fucking, like, they were ready to write a fucking pro contract to some chick.
I bet you there isn't a girl in the top fucking 10,000 of Overwatch players.
There probably isn't, because of what I described earlier with the whole bell curve thing, man. Like that, like there's just not that many girls that are interested in fucking autistically learning how to play a video game as there are dudes. But the games journos, instead of admitting that they just got hoaxed, they were like, yeah, this is even more proof that there's so much misogyny in video games, because everybody's coming out and saying, see, I told you it wasn't really a girl.
Oh yeah, no, they've slapped him right in the face. And
I'm just like, Jesus Christ, like, the story should actually be, why were we so surprised and so easy to jump on the bandwagon of the idea that a girl would be one of the top 500 Overwatch players?
It's a statistics thing, you know what I mean? It's like, It's anything that doesn't happen very often. It's probably not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like it can, sure. There might be a girl in the top 10,000, but
I won't lie. I know many women that play video games and PC gamers.
Right.
But
that
yeah,
comes from me
there's
playing Overwatch.
No, here's another thing. I don't know many, but I've known a few that have been really, really good. Right? Not top tier good, but really, really good.
But really good is like top 100,000.
Yeah, that belt.
You know what I mean?
Hold on. That bell curve distribution that I was showing you explains why. Yeah,
How many people play Overwatch?
A decent number. I don't know the full number.
Say it was 1 million, right?
What percentage of 1 million?
100,000.
Well, yeah. So, going back,
what percentage? Say there's a million. You think is at least 1 million people who play Overwatch, right?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So what's 100,000? That's what percent of a million?
1%, right?
1%. So 1% of a million is 100,000, right? So that's a fucking lot of people, right? But that's the top 1%.
Yeah, and I'm sure within the top 1%, you probably have what would it be like? You might have like 3% females, but then when you go to the top 500% or 500, you reduce that to like 0.001% female.
Exactly. So having just that much of a grasp on numbers, and those are really conservative. It's like obviously that's why anyone would be surprised that a top 500 player is a woman. Just numbers. Simple numbers.
Yeah, I mean,
you guys' numbers are killing me, man. Numbers.
Like you don't need to know anything about demographics or any of that shit. You just look at the numbers. Okay.
So I can go back to my days playing competitive Counter-Strike, and the CPL like opened up a women's only league. And it was cool, and a lot of those women's team would beat your average.
10%. Sorry,
yeah. They would beat your average men's team.
Yeah,
but the worst men's team that was actually playing like at the pro level, they didn't have a chance against.
Hey, that's not me.
That's always how I've seen it with like women teams in gaming. Right? It's not that much different than if you think about like women's teams. Like I guarantee you there's WNBA teams that can beat like college Div 1 teams, right?
Maybe. I know they've done it.
No, not every Div. Like I'm saying, Div 1 in college basketball.
When it comes to video games, the argument against why more women don't play is going to be something along the lines of, "Oh well, there's just so much harassment. It's just such a male culture that women are just not welcome." And
you know what? Hold up. I'm gonna go as far as to say, it might be true that a woman possesses certain traits that would allow them to be that good at video games, but when they get in there, which is a male-dominated thing, like we socialize differently.
For example,
and it turns them off. What I'm saying is, I could see a woman potentially getting into games, and guys are sitting there like, "Go kill yourself,
what trait
fucking
do you
die."
imagine that a woman might have that would make her good at any particular video game?
They could they could be like really high in being into things, and also just happen to be genetically predisposed to having an amazing reaction time. And then, but then on the flip side, they could also still be very, empathetic. Right. Empathetic, which is a more of a women trait than a male trait. You're not
sampling all possible women. You're only sampling the very small percentage of women who actually.
Yeah. Actually, no. I completely agree. What I'm getting at is even what I'm saying is that even the ones that have some of the traits that it would take to want to be a competitive gamer and deal with what it is to be in the competitive gaming scene, there's other traits that might still hold them back.
Yeah, and they're probably. Here's the thing: if you spend any time in competitive gaming, you know that the shit talking exists in any competition. Have you ever played a competitive sport?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really not that much different.
And I've watched women play volleyball. They talk just as much shit, if not more. So it's just shit talking is a competitive thing. And when you're anonymous and there's no consequences, really, it's even easier to shit talk. Plus, there's something about playing video games that you get more frustrated when you lose than You like lose a football game probably.
Well, yeah, like even on that note, like here's something that do we have it? We have Queen of the South in the chat. I think it's the only one.
So I'm saying to be able to handle competitive games at all, you have to be willing to put up with that, just harassment and bullshit, no matter what gender you are. And so, of course, when most women experience that, they're immediately turned off and they go away.
Yeah, it's either women and not real gamers, like the Soy Boy Games journalists.
It's not their things. Yeah, it's not their scene.
It's been like that since the beginning of fucking gaming, man. Like,
I know, and you can't change that. That's like, what do you want to do? Change football to make it less aggressive? I mean, that's why people fucking watch it. So, if you're gonna fundamentally change something to make it more inclusive, that kind of you ruin it by just the very nature of changing it.
See, BitMetal knows the type of women I know too. I most of the women I know that played that gamed online were into the RPGs. I met all the female friends of mine from WoW, online female friends from there.
The only girl gamers that I've ever gamed with for more than a couple of hours were like just as immune to shit talk as a guy. Like they somehow developed the ability to take a ton of shit and give it back and not care and have fun.
Yeah, no.
So it's definitely possible. It's just kind of
it's one of those things. Like I call those gamers that happen to be female, not girl gamers.
There you go.
Like that's another thing. The idea of a gamer girl. We a lot of gamers hate the gamer girl because we know what they're doing. Here's
another way to look at it. The reason why there aren't more girls in video games is the same reason there aren't more bears in video games. It's just the natural consequence of the thing. It's you know what I mean? It's not like the video game industry is not anti-bear necessarily. It's just, really unusual to see one playing a video game because it's not they're not interested.
And just remember, we are talking about
Whoa, you're going back to that thing I said that we shouldn't talk about, man. Like, when you see things like those bell curves I fucking showed earlier, just look away, man. It's racist, sexist science. It's not.
Facts are racist.
Yeah,
facts are misogynist.
No, just reminding people, that we're talking about professional competitive gaming.
Yeah, because we're really not even talking about the top 1%. We're talking about the top 1% of 1%.
Yeah, we're talking about a very minute amount of We're talking about the uber elites, as I like to call them.
Because outside of personality traits, you also have to have life circumstances that allow you to be in the situation to play those games.
And again, it's your bell curve, and you can apply it to any sort of competitive thing: video games, karate, fucking underwater basket weaving. Like, you're gonna see the same bell curve. That's just, I guess that's just human beings, or not, maybe that's math itself. I don't even know. Maybe that's just the way that physics works. You know what I mean? Like, it comes down to like some pretty fundamental shit.
God damn, dude, you just blew my fucking mind, bro.
Sorry. Here's that awkward silence again.
I was like, I had this great idea, and then you're just like, you laid some knowledge on me, and I'm like, bam! Fuck.
Nah.
Early morning JF is now here to hang out and have a round for your talking pleasure.
Is that TK Mao again?
Welcome back, TK Mao. What's up, bro?
I heard physics shit, and I had to set you straight. It's called Pareto distribution.
Pareto. Okay. Pareto distribution.
That's what I was looking for, but I don't think I've heard that word before. Did you say preempto?
Yeah. Just
Pareto.
Just to explain,
Pareto.
Before we went live,
for the people in the chat who don't know what that means, maybe you could explain that for me.
All right. Pareto distribution means that in any productive system, basically about half of what is produced by the square root of the number of factors in the system. Like, if you look at planets, it's distributed so that half of the mass of the 8 planets is distributed amongst about 2 of those planets. And if you that's generally true like if you look at, for example, our galaxy on up and on down, where most of the landmass is on certain continents. If you don't, think of Eurasia,
it blew my mind.
yeah, and it's just the way that shit is distributed.
Yeah. So it kind of is physics, but your explanation is way cooler.
You need to come on more often, sir.
It's a result of systems.
Yeah.
I'm out because I am really drunk.
All right. Drunk and still able to explain that. Thank you, TK.
Way to go, TK Mal.
Dude, you were a freaking legend, bro.
Friend.
If I could give you the gold banner on my channel, I would give you the gold banner on my channel.
He should be getting paid for that.
Mr. Misanthropic's all like, no idea what he's saying, but it's about space woman. I'm just like, sounds cool. No idea what you're talking about. I'm right with you, Mr. Misanthropic.
I don't know, man. I gotta pick his freaking brain one of these times, man. It's always good to learn something new.
That bell curve, that's a real motherfucker, man.
Yeah, you didn't get a chance to see it, but it's pretty crazy when you lay two bell curves over each other, and you just move everything one distribution to the left or right. Like, you see the difference at the extremes. Jordan Peterson talks about it a lot, and that's the explanation for why there's not a lot of female pro gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to even fucking look back to think of if I ever saw a top. Like, okay, I've seen really good teams that had a girl on them, and she was really good, right? But I've never seen the top tier team have a girl on it.
Yeah.
It's going to happen someday. Like I said, this is all on a bell curve, so one of them is going to fall. Eventually, one of them is going to fall at that top, like the upper echelon of what females will do, right? But it's still going to be dominated by men, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, denying it.
Well, and it's it's the females who decide that they want to achieve that and do it. They don't whine about it not being fair. They just fucking do whatever it takes. And yeah, they have to work so much harder. I'm a huge fan of that stupid show, American Ninja Warrior. And just like 2 years ago, the first female finished a qualifying round. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't like this whole whiny thing. They didn't talk about inequality. They didn't talk about disadvantaging anybody else or how bad the men were. None of that it was just like, this is awesome. That was the whole, like, I have a feeling they're slightly on the conservative side of things because they just never bring up the politics of any of it. They're just like, this chick is fucking badass and she's the first. And it's like, yeah, that's cool.
Bit Metal just posted something in the chat that just proves their point. There was a StarCraft 2 gamer girl that was really good, but it turns out she was a male to female trainee. I'm like, oh, no shit. Like, they still got those fucking hormones. Reminds me that
I'm pretty sure some of these athlete chicks are really chicks, but they spend like every fucking day working out to get strong enough to do something that guys
whatever you gotta do, I guess,
Yeah.
I got nothing against nobody.
No, amazingly enough, like with Ninja Warrior, like a woman could potentially do pretty good. Like, it's gonna take some genetics or whatever, but they're naturally like men are just heavier, right? So with the lighter muscle mass, they can do more and not exhaust as much energy. That's a big deal for what Ninja Warrior does. So I mean, I could see it with something like that for sure.
No, this one girl kept coming back year after year, working harder and harder and harder. And she also benefited from being able to do that all the time. Like, you don't see a lot of people who like have a full life and have the time to work out and practice
that hard.
Like, there's plenty of women who are like mothers who compete, but none of them ever finish, right? It's only like 3 or 4 girls that actually get through the whole fucking qualifying event.
Well, yeah, I mean,
their lives are that. That's all they fucking do.
Yeah, I mean, that brings me back to even competitive gaming, and I'm still waiting for the documentary to come out to get like with all these new esports celebs, because I mean, you run out at around 24, and like another thing about it's not like football or basketball or anything like that, where I mean, you have set times and like body limits of when you can work out, right? It's all about what your brains and neurons can handle.
What you trying to say, man? Women can only be mothers? Is that what you trying to say? This
That's exactly what we're trying to say.
Is that ancient in Cirillo?
Not only. There's a couple other things too. They could clean clothes and make sandwiches.
I got you. They can clean clothes, make sandwiches, be moms.
You know, housework.
Yo, wait. They can teach kids how to read.
Teaching kids how to read. Yeah.
Yo, that's an important part of life.
To fill a day.
Huh?
Plenty of stuff to do to fill out the day.
I feel you. Like, yo, this is what I'm saying. Do we need to get rid of washers and dryers and you know what I'm saying? Like fucking mops.
Anything mechanical, yeah. Any kind of machines that do any kind of cleaning.
Yeah. With what we're talking about, we got to take all that shit away and just make them sit in front of a computer all day and play video games so that more of them can be pros.
There you go.
They got to play 8 to 12 hours a day, which is what your average male pro gamer did. They got to drop out of high school or forego going to college to do it. And they have to do it for years and only have be one of 10 that actually makes it signed to a team that makes any money for a short career of the time from your 18 to about 23, and then that's about whenever your young neurons start like slowing down just a little bit, and that little bit, whenever you're in the top 0.001%, drops you down to the 0.002%, and you can't compete anymore.
Yo, man, I'm saying, Mr. Misanthropic. All right, yo, look here, dude. All right, that would be 71 things because sandwiches are plural. I'm just.
That's true. But think about it this way, right?
If a bitch ever, I tell a bitch to make me some sandwiches and they just bring you back one, they fucked up.
It's 2 pieces of bread, nigga.
Think about it this way, like, see it from this perspective, right? Women for years have been like, having to deal with the fact they're physically smaller and all that stuff. Finally, here's something that comes along where it doesn't require physical strength. It doesn't require this like typically male thing, playing video games. Like, you sit down and you move your thumbs and your fingers around, right? So women should be like just as good as men at it, right? So there couldn't be any other explanation than it's a misogynistic culture that keeps women.
Yo, they should make it like a controller for their mouth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They like you can use their tongue and they
But what I'm saying is you can see that argument. There is a certain amount of logic to it, right?
There's not at all. No. You're talking about
like the chemicals in the brain that make a male brain versus a female brain. You can see that there's other things besides.
Me and you listen to the same things. All right, you know damn well that motherfucking like after the age of 14, dudes kind of just take off in motherfucking brain size, IQ, fucking hand-eye coordination, all these type of things. Right. You know what I mean? So they legitimately wouldn't be able to compete no matter what the fuck happened. You know what I mean? Like, your life is not fair.
Well, that is
goddamn hell.
Yeah, that's
right. But I'm saying, looking at it from a simplistic perspective, having done no reading and not understanding anything about the brain, it's pretty natural to assume that, well, why aren't women just as good? They should be. It's misogyny. That's
because they don't try.
If you assume tabula rasa for everything that they can't prove to be tabula rasa, like physical strength, then gaming would be one thing where you would expect equal distribution between the sexes, and you don't see it. Right. Which it's instead of them saying
they need to do some real
that proves that our whole idea of people are just born a blank slate with their mind, right?
Right. All humans are born the same.
You would think that they would think that that would disprove that argument, but instead they say, no, our argument is still correct because we started from, we've already drawn the conclusion that it's tabula rasa in the brain, but now that we see disparity, the only explanation is sexism.
Society, sexism, patriarchy. You know, I mean, that's the issue. That's not like that's
social constructions.
Right.
Here's a situation. All right, like they need tests like they're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Like on some serious shit. There's some things that what the hell's that shit? God damn it. I fucking lost the motherfucking word now. The thing they did back in the 1920s where they were sterilizing dumb motherfuckers.
Lobotomizing?
No, not lobotomizing. Fucking what's the word of that study thing called?
Eugenics?
Eugenics had some really good motherfucking points. Like, they need to do some more studies in the fucking eugenics but like not like enact upon things. You know what I'm saying? But just to explain shit as to why the fucking things are the way they are. You know what I mean? Because like legitimately, like they don't.
That's what eugenics is. You're just talking about studying genetics.
No, eugenics. You know what I'm saying? Like studying the reasons why motherfuckers like because they won't even do the test no more. They won't do they not
biology and genetics is the study. So eugenics is actually practicing, you know, killing weak people.
All right. Yo, again, like and I'm behind genetics, you know, or eugenics. Like I think we should go back to blood testing motherfuckers before they breed to make sure we're not getting any more these fucking you know what I mean? You know, fucking
yeah.
But you know me, man. I'm hardcore when I said it, right? Anyway, right. But what I'm saying, like, yo, they're not even doing the test no more.
Hold on, Pino,
like,
shut up just for a second, and then come in hard. All right, now go.
All right. Right. There you go. Right. Yo. What I'm saying is, why not motherfucking like go back and doing these IQ tests and shit that be like the studies of human beings? Like they won't even do the fucking test.
Yo, we're already fucking going backwards with that shit, dude. There's, you know what I mean? Education's not getting better right now.
Well, education, yo, look, education should be fucking like completely privatized. It should be completely privatized. We should get the government the fuck out of education altogether.
The bar is constantly being lowered in every conceivable fucking aspect of our society, dude.
Did you know up until fucking like the 1920s, most Americans had like, what was it, like 78% of all Americans fucking studied Greek and goddamn Latin fucking languages?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that shit would be fucking racist these days, man. You can't expect people to speak extra languages.
No.
Why?
I'm saying, you know why? Well, you know why? It's because people got educated at home. They didn't get educated by this retarded ass system that was set up by the goddamn Rockefeller.
I bet you they taught is racist. Yeah, like homeschools tend to teach people English, and that's racist.
Orange man, bad.
Orange man is bad. Like, I love how we're getting completely off topic from the point of the stream. But welcome to the entire first hour of sorry, I almost said Woke Gaming. Knights of the Coffee Table, formerly known as Woke Gaming.
Yo, I still don't like that name, nigga. Name is not growing on me. I'm gonna let you know.
All right.
I don't like the fucking name. Everybody else reminds me too much. It reminds me too much of that motherfucking that shitbag fake Nazi motherfucker we all had to deal with.
What?
Fucking Mickey Coy and his Knights of the goddamn Round Table.
What? What? Okay, so I'm not gonna let one dipshit take over the Knights of the Round Table King Arthur thing, and then not let me make a parody of King Arthur to make Knights of the Coffee Table, just so we have a better name than Woke Games. Because
well, you got to give it some time, nigga. You got to give it some time.
Being woke,
I've had no time to get over this. All right, I still have PTSD from this shit.
I'm just saying, being woke is like being a Pepe, man. It's just a fucking meme waiting to die.
Yeah.
Yo, I got PTID, post-traumatic internet disorder. All right, you know what I mean.
Well, you were at ground zero when Ralph dropped a bomb all over the Snatchcast.
Nah, I wasn't even there. Somebody sent me the motherfucking video, and I was like, "Nigga, this is for me to do some motherfucking awesome." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, some awesome ass commentary.
Nobody does play by. That shit was bomb.
Yeah, it was a good thing to do play by play on, especially because used to be part of the Snatchcast.
Yeah. I used to be a motherfucker. No, I was part of the country. I was not part of the Snatchcast. All right.
Whatever, man.
That Snatchcast shit came around. I left. No. It's two different things. All right. The country was cool. All right. The Snatchcast is, you know,
it's
dead on
arrival.
It's dead on arrival, nigga.
It sounds like the same shit to me with a different name, but what do I know?
Yo, it is the same thing with a different name, but like, you know what I mean, it's missing a whole lot of, you know what I mean, subs and personalities.
No, so if we're gonna divert that much from the Knights of the Coffee Table topic, I'll go ahead and go in there. No, Schmeckle, dude, I like Schmeckle. I like him just fine.
Me too. He's a cool dude.
I don't want anybody to think that we're talking shit on him or his channel. His channel is what it is, man. He wants to be internet blood sports, right?
Yo, but that, he's not even doing. He's not trying. He's not even trying, dude. Like legit, it's not even fucking like. It's not even looking. You know what I mean? Like they got niggas playing guitars and shit and doing all types of extracurriculars. You know what I mean?
You know what? Maybe it's good for him, dude. I heard like he's working a real job now, right?
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. You know what I mean? Like, no, Schmeckel's always had a real job. He has a really good paying job. Like, he you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to talk about what he does, you know what I mean, and dox him on stream. But, you know what I mean? Like, he does, you know what I mean, big shit and whatnot. You know what I mean? Fucking, I'll wait until he comes out publicly with fucking stuff he does.
No.
Because it's really, really fucking funny what he does for a living.
Look, all I'm trying to say is that Schmeckel doesn't need a YouTube channel to make money, number one. Yeah. And number two, Schmeckel has never denied that he invites drama onto his streams as a way to garner views. About it.
This is true, and that is true again. Yeah.
God damn it!
Excel's dropping his bombs.
Yeah, but he doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, there's no real blood spoils going on.
Yeah, I mean, getting Ralph on his channel was the closest thing he's had in a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he doesn't make any secret about what he does. Like, he doesn't, like, I don't know, man. Like, fucking,
it's still his goal. I don't see anything else when I tune into it. Like, most of the time I watch and I turn off, and the few times I've actually stayed on for a while, I ended up getting on the stream, which I had no problem with, but just because they have to be talking about something that I liked. So I don't even watch, like, on this note, I don't even watch the Ralph retort. Right? I don't.
Me either.
I don't like the format. I don't give a shit. I would never. I'm not gonna pull a Brockus and be like, "Yo, Ethan Ralph, I heard you did some doxing bullshit on your fucking server. You fucking faggot pussy. Come on, Tom P stream and fight me." I'm not gonna do that. Like, why
I don't find, like, I'll be honest with you, I don't find Tonka entertaining. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like Mr. Mr. fucking Medicare. Like, his videos are good. Like, I like his breakdown videos.
Oh yeah, his videos are great.
I just don't. I feel like I don't ever know what's going on because every time I listen, that people are yelling at each other about shit I don't understand. I don't even know what the premise of it is. So like, I can never get into it.
Hold on. I gotta read. Bitmetal made a nice jab at the Snatchcast. Yo, this isn't me saying this. This is somebody in our chat saying the Snatchcast is like the dollar store version of internet blood sports.
Yeah, that's just not for me.
You have made early morning JF laugh his ass off. Thank you very much.
And Mr. Anthropic on the heel stream thing. Yeah, like, I did a little gaming stream. Like, maybe like 20 people watched. It didn't really matter, but I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm gonna donate $100 to St. Jude's, and I'm gonna say Ethan Ralph did nothing wrong in my donation text. No, I think I said this is donated on behalf of Ethan Ralph from the Ralph Retort. Don't even watch the stream. Don't care. That was an issue that was it kind of oh, God damn it, I have the hiccups. It transcended anything I think about Ethan. God, I hiccuped again. God, this is terrible. Ethan Ralph. Yo, Tom P, remember the time you had the hiccups on stream? I gotta get water. This is only like a week ago. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a glass of water real quick so I stop hiccuping.
Yeah, man. Yo, I'm about to do a motherfucking video on fucking the Jewish question.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
that sounds interesting.
Yo, it should be interesting.
You're all here getting a sneak preview of the next Tom P drop.
Yeah, man. I'm do a video because like Tim Pool covers some shit and Jimmy Dore covers some shit in the same day about Jews. Right?
If you're gonna do that, you should use my bell curve animation.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and grab it. We'll see what happens. Fucking, but like, yeah, that's not even really what I'm gonna do because like fucking apparently according to Tim, you know what I'm saying? Fucking boycotting motherfucking Israel, you know what I mean, through BDS and shit is not covered under constitutional motherfucking free speech rights.
boycotting.
What?
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
According to him. You know what I mean? Like, according to me, it is. I'm just like, nigga, what are you, retarded? You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit.
Tom, you cut out. You boycotting what?
MBS. Israel.
Oh.
Like, if you don't agree with what they're doing in the West Bank, you know what I'm saying, with fucking the Palestinians and shit, you can boycott the whole goddamn country called MBS. Right? And, you know what I'm saying, they basically boycott all fucking things that come out of Israel, whatever, no companies or whatever it is. You know what I mean? He said, well, that's not covered under constitutional motherfucking law or some shit. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, nigga. Like, I'm 99% sure that's covered under constitutional motherfucking law for free speech.
Yeah,
I mean, of course it should be.
I didn't even understand why that would be a question.
Not in America, at least. Like, I would get it in fucking, like, you know, if you're in the EU, but
yeah,
Bumfuckistan. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you're in like Germany, you know what I mean, Kukistan or whatever, you know what I mean, like, fuck, I can understand some shit, or like Canuckistan up there with the Canadians and shit. All those Frenchies don't believe in free speech, but down here in America, that's a whole different thing.
America,
fuck yeah! Oh man, I was talking about that the other day with like people at work, and we're just talking about
here to say the motherfucking yeah.
Like, Taco Bell, fuck yeah! Democrats, fuck yeah! Republicans.
Porno!
Well, no, like when they said Republicans, they were like, fuck yeah, man.
Excuse me.
And then at the end, they said books, and nobody said fuck yeah.
Books.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone are legends.
Anyway, right. Like, yo, so what did you miss in the gaming news this week, man? Fucking, because I done seen a whole bunch of motherfucking gaming news videos and shit. I think you missed a whole bunch of stuff, and we're like almost halfway, 3/4 way through your shit.
Yeah, we're like actually almost all the way. Well, we only have 20 minutes left. I was actually gonna.
We need to cover some gaming news.
I'd be more.
You need to cover some gaming.
We covered.
What the fuck are you doing? You are slacking hard.
Jesus fucking Christ, you goddamn retard.
Gaming news.
Like, we were there. Like, we did the Gay Soldier 76 in Overwatch, and we did the whole Ellie thing, which is what brought you in. The other thing I had up, which we may as well cover it real quick, right? Because Tom Pinoy's here.
What up?
Uh-oh. Got numbers going on.
Doctor Who. The new Doctor Who. No, so it's gaming. It's gaming adjacent because like Doctor Who's been a part of nerd culture for fucking ever.
Yeah, right? I've been a huge fan of the show since 2005.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with it. You know what? I even was willing to give the female Doctor a chance, but the show sucks. Yeah. Like, it turns out there's parts of the character that is definitively male that just makes him what he is. Plus, they keep forcing fucking wokeness into the show.
They could have done it with a female. There's no problem with that aspect of it. Like, I don't care that it's a female. That's fine. We've had 12 male doctors. There's nothing in the lore that says that can't be a female. They just wrote the character lazy and sloppy. They just went, let's just make
isn't
it
that
as
everything
woke
though
as possible.
Now? That's everything now, though.
Yeah.
Now everything now. It's not even like, yo, like, here's the thing. All right, you can write good dynamic female fucking characters, but they're all lazy, worthless, good for nothing fucking writers who just write. They write absolute hot, like fucking, and that's the problem.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I
this
mean, like,
also,
yo, they just shoehorn it in.
Yeah, what you're saying is absolutely right, and it goes completely in line with what the BBC has been doing. If you've listened to Sargon is the one example, but any of the fucking British YouTubers, they all talk about how the BBC is just moving so far to the fucking left.
Ever since Count Dangle, I've been paying very close attention to what's going on.
So it's absolutely goddamn insane.
Booby mouse pad.
So you get to a point where they decide to make the most.
Look at the difference. Look at the difference. 100% fucking rating from the critics.
Yeah,
16% from
the That's what I'm talking about. You have this disconnect between the elites that welcome this forced diversity versus people that, like, you can't tell me that there's fucking 84% of people that reviewed this are neo-Nazis that just gave it a thumbs down. You can't. Like, I was just sorry, they don't have enough. There's not enough of them. They're just watching it and they're being like, this doesn't feel like Doctor Who anymore.
Right. And to me, like, again, I don't care that the Doctor's female. What I care about is the Doctor, the character has always had this fundamental kind of common thread, even though it's been 12 different people and they're all distinct personalities. There was always something essential about the Doctor as the Doctor, and there's no reason why a female couldn't have captured that. But so on top of that, the Doctor is bland. That already ruins the show, because the Doctor is like 99% of the fucking show.
Yeah,
right.
It's the range of emotions that the actor sees to display, which might not be her fault. It might be the writers, because the writers that are taking over. It's hard to say because
I don't know Jodie Whittaker. I don't know what her acting's like. It seems like her acting is competent. It seems like the writing is the weak point, because the plot lines are ridiculously stupid. They're all like focused on Earth, and they're like jumping through time, but like not that far, and there's no thread that like connects the whole season. Like there's no season long arc or any kind of like mystery going on with the Doctor. There's nothing left hanging. So they went back to this weird episodic thing with just a bunch of like really contrived screenplays and a really just weak Doctor. And it's like, it would have been better if they just fucking ended it, you know?
Well, they can't end Doctor Who, man. It's been going
I wish they had. I wish that we could have just had a awesome.
Isn't that like half the problem with a lot of this shit though? Is the fact that like, all right, like Doctor Who took a giant hiatus like for like as a show.
It did, yeah, in the mid 80s.
Like kind of. They did
the 90s.
They did multiple.
They did a TV movie after the series went off. They did a TV movie, and then and like that was like in 92 or something, and then it went off the air for a long time. Then it came back in 05.
Real quick,
and that's when I kind of rediscovered the show. I remember watching it when I was a kid, with my parents, like the old 70s version of it. But yeah, I rediscovered it in 2005, and it is a little cheesy, a little like old school TV.
Because the BBC had really no budget back then for the, you know what I mean?
But it was still fucking cool. It is so different, right? And this show, the quality of the show improved as it went along. And it just became like one of my favorite things was fucking Saturday. That was the only thing that was on. And
yeah, I don't know. I never watched the show. I've never actually seen it. Right.
Super nerdy sci-fi, British sci-fi.
Yeah. I like British stuff, but I like British car shows and that. I like Top Gear. That's the only thing British I really like. You know?
Fuck yeah, me too. Pinoy, me too. Actually,
man, it's not just me.
I've never watched Doctor Who, but I've fucking watched hell of that.
The ratings are going down. It's getting negative reviews from fans.
You're looking at right now positive reviews from critics. 16% to 100% on the newest season.
Yeah. So like
people don't like
it, you know what I mean? To it when all the critics are like, "Oh, you fans, you're all so stupid," and then the producers are like, "Oh, you're just a bunch of misogynists. That's why you don't like it." And they're like, "Oh, really?" Like, there's a lot of other things on TV, right? Yeah. We could always go just watch something else. Like,
here's the worst part is the BBC is all sitting there like, we're state funded and we will force this shit down your throat whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
You can't watch something else.
Yeah, they're fucking shitheads about that.
I tried. I didn't like the last Doctor. What was his name? Peter something. Yeah, I didn't like. I thought he was okay towards the end, but like after getting Matt Smith and
there were just some really cool.
Matt Smith and David Tennant were so good, and the storylines were so good that Peter Capaldi is just like, I don't know. Like the best episode with the Peter dude was the one he gets on. And he's like in this arena playing an electric guitar, playing Beethoven, because he just doesn't give a shit anymore. And I was I could see the old man version of Doctor Who being that way.
Yeah, they could have ended it because they did a lot of like really huge epic storylines where they brought all the other Doctors back and they're doing all this crazy epic shit, and they had a lot of opportunities to end the show, and they just kind of kept it going.
Stone.
go, Stone Monkey.
Yo, man. 10 days till the Grand Tour.
You're cutting out real bad, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, me? Yo, 10 days to the new motherfucking Grand Tour.
So while Tom P is sitting there,
there
fucking...
we go. Yo, I should be good now. 10 days till the new Grand Tour comes out.
Oh shit.
Fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know they went to the fucking Amazon Prime after that, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what Tom's talking about, you guys.
Yo, fucking Top Gear, when fucking they got kicked off, they went to Amazon, but fucking Grand Tour on Amazon Prime, and the new season comes out on the 18th.
Cool.
Oh shit, I'm gonna have to freaking get that shit.
Yo, real quick, Cinder Shadow, I would fight you on what you just said about Doctor Who sucks, but with the new season, I have to agree. Like, it sucks right now.
Indeed sucks. I would agree.
Doctor Who sucks in general, just as in general.
Cinder Shadow, I would agree with you. It
really started to go downhill before Capaldi.
But anyway, yeah, I was making a motherfucking point about fucking that just continue on for motherfucking ever, right? Like yo, and this is the problem we're having, like Batman and Superman and Spider-Man and all this shit. Like nigga, we need, you know what I'm saying? Like yo, take a goddamn break.
Some original fucking
and let
stories.
us miss
How about that?
Yo, just take a break and let us miss the characters.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, you've made the same Batman movie fucking 4 goddamn times. You know what I'm saying? Against the fucking Joker. But guess what? Yo, we will watch it again in like fucking 10 years from now because most of us will go, oh, let's see what you do with it this time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Remember that?
That's
cool.
Oh, god damn it. That's the saddest part about it. That's why I always wait till the shit comes out of theaters and shit, and then I just like pirate it because I pay for it.
Yo, the new Batman, like yo, the first Batman when he
I don't
came
know
back,
what you're talking about. I've never fucking downloaded anything illegally, but sometimes
I don't know what you mean.
I did not just
here's
no felonies on stream.
Don't do illegal things.
Occasionally I get out on my fucking yacht and I go to what would be pirate seas, and then I throw my fish hook down there, just trying to catch some fucking wild sea fish.
What you're talking about.
And then occasionally
I bring all of my entertainment legally and full market price.
You've never been? You live out on the fucking West Coast. You've never been out there fishing, and all of a sudden you just pulled up a copy of Adobe CSS.
I buy 2 copies of every entertainment.
Sunrise. If you're paying full market price, I feel bad for you because
just to make up for I pay evil pirates out there. I would never do that.
Yo, I pay like $15 for movies on YouTube sometimes because I just want to watch them. You know what I mean?
You're just
yo, because I'm a Luddite and I don't know how to fucking find free shit.
That's very true. That's very true.
Yo, that's the actual truth, legit. Like, my YouTube joint has purchases on it, and I mean, I have a bunch of stuff I bought.
Damn, dude.
Yo, I buy stuff.
Does that mean if I switch over to your brand account, I just get to watch all the movies you bought for free?
Yo, yeah, the band. I have all the Band of Brothers, dude.
You ever
I bought all the Band of Brothers for like $60.
You ever watch that show, Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Oh fuck yeah, bro.
Dude, do you remember that episode where they're sitting around talking and someone mentioned something about cable and they go, you pay for cable? And then they all look at the camera and they go, you're an idiot. Remember that?
Yeah.
He's the weirdest fucking moment in that show. They all fucking turn and look at the camera.
Oh, by the way, season 1 of fucking Rick and Morty's on my shit too. If you want to switch over and ever watch it, if you're in the mood. And The Big Short and fucking Too Big to Fail. And I want to get the other one too. Fucking that shit was bomb as fuck. I forget the name of it, like The Boardroom or some shit like that. Fucking that movie was fucking awesome. I actually paid to watch it. I think I paid like $5 to watch this fucking movie.
You like The Big Short?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You didn't watch it?
No, I've seen it.
Did you watch fucking Too Big to Fail where they tried to suck the dick ahead and Repulsion?
Yeah.
Yo. But Paul Giamatti played the fuck out of fucking what's his name? Fucking goddamn, what the hell's that guy's name? Fucking Ben Bernanke.
The Federal Reserve Chairman?
Yeah. Paul Giamatti played him. He looked just like him. Like, just like him. It was fucking hilarious.
We're not even supposed to know who that guy is. If you know who the Fed chairman is, you know too much. The government's going to assassinate you.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the name, but yeah, I don't know.
Music stops search. There it is. Oh, Margin Call. If y'all have ever had a chance to watch Margin Call,
too, yeah.
That was another really good one, but it actually like showed like some real type of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, dude, I love financial movies. They're fucking awesome. I'm a numbers guy, you know. I get excited about numbers and banking and shit. Fucking, it's interesting to me because I'm fucking retarded and partly autistic or something.
you wish either of those statements are true. They're not. you're just like, oh man, I found like I mean, it really is a political hammer being like, I know more about economics than you do, so all this bullshit you want to impose on me, tell me how you want to do it economically, bitch. And they're going to be like, well, if we just tax the 1%, and it was like, you're not even going to get close. Like, here's the numbers.
Did you hear fucking Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez wants to raise the marginal tax rate to 70%?
Oh, yeah. I did hear that.
It's even worse, man. So, Christy Winters, I don't know if you know who that cunt is, but it's another like socialist YouTuber. She was on the Romanian stream. I don't know how to do a fucking Romanian voice. I
am V.
But yeah, she gets on there and she's talking about how
came on my stream and we talked a bunch of shit.
Hey, in the 50s and 60s, we had a 70% marginal top tax increase, and the middle class was booming. She failed to even talk about how like nobody was actually paying that tax. And then once Reagan took supply side economics seriously and was like, you know what, we're going to reduce that to 35. Guess what happened to government revenues, right? Like in Christy Winters' world, that when you reduce that marginal top income tax, government revenues are going to go down. No, it went up. It went way up. Because people actually just paid this shit.
Well, the cause is not correlation. Like, you fucking retarded ass fucking socialist. It wasn't the middle class was booming because we had a 70% marginal fucking tax rate. All right, that's not even that's not how that works. Like,
you don't even have to be an economic to understand that.
That you do apparently.
If it was that,
study something.
Yeah, if it was that fucking simple that all you had to do is fucking tweak the marginal tax rate to make like a plant, like any country prosperous, every country would just be like, we need to emulate that tax. Here's
the thing. Yo, if that was true, we have what 275 countries on the planet. Somebody would have got it perfect by now.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
somebody would have guessed the number. You know what I mean? Not everybody would have fucking guessed 30. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers would have went 80. You know what I mean?
Not to say that it's perfect or by any stretch of the imagination, but we're closer than anybody else. Capitalism, you know what I mean? Just pure fucking free market.
Only capitalist country in the entire fucking world. Somehow we fought communism, wrecked its fucking shit, and now, like, you know what I mean? Fucking,
yeah, because McCarthy did nothing wrong.
We're the only one left. We're the only capitalist country left in the fucking world, and everybody else is now communist. I don't know how the fuck that worked with
you
USSR.
You got to be real fucking suspicious of people who actually live in this country and talk about capitalism being the enemy. Like, you fucking don't understand anything if you think that shit.
Yeah.
I
agree.
They attribute too much to what we're talking about. Like, if you want me to say free markets instead of capitalism, that's fine. Like, there's plenty of problems I have with the current system.
I feel like
but
that's
it's not
even
the
worse.
voluntary. It's not the
I feel like that term has an even more negative connotation to the left.
Maybe.
Because they're always crying about how the free market is stupid, right?
We want more free stuff.
You libertarians and your free
and we want it
markets.
for free. We don't care where the free stuff comes from. That's what we want. We want free.
Look, if we looked at shit from a more libertarian viewpoint, like everybody would be better off. If you set human beings up to be more self-sustainable, life would be much better. I'm just saying, rather than make them a constant fucking debt upon the fucking government that you have to pay for every fucking month, whether or not you have the goddamn money, for fuck's sake. Like, you cannot continue to spend every fucking dollar you have on a regular basis. And then the moment you have an economic downturn, you don't have any fucking money, you have to print it out of thin air and you can't pay it back because you always have individuals on a fucking dole. That is the dumbest goddamn ideology I've ever fucking heard in my entire fucking life.
The real question is, what does that have to do with video games?
It has a lot to do with fucking video games.
We spiraled way off of that.
It does.
I'm sorry, man.
It's
all good.
Hold up.
All good. It's good conversation.
We got 2 minutes left on this show, so I'm gonna leave it to talking about in the future. So, by the way, everybody that's still here, make sure to check the show notes page. We have a link to the new Knights of the Coffee Table. We're gonna have our own channel. Also, make sure to check all the other links right there, like where it says sub to me, sub to Sunrise, and sub to Vash, the person that decided that they didn't want to fucking show up tonight.
Yeah, where the fuck is Vash?
In all honesty, Vash is like in the midst of moving, I believe.
Having a life or something lame like that.
Yeah, like he said he was gonna be here tonight, but I think, shit got that better. I don't, it's whatever.
Did his couch get fucking fumigated?
Quite possibly, man.
Yeah, Vash, I'm gonna talk shit on you. You no show, no call, no show to my boy, for fuck's sake. That's some bitch ass shit.
And we got Tom P to fill in, dude. That's all right. That's all right.
The Tom P crash. Let's do it one more time. Nope, nobody else hears it except for you watching.
Yeah. Remember, the fucking dolphins are rapists, the penguins are Nazis, and motherfucking the Ninja Turtles are fucking being hunted in the streets right now by the Foot Clan with motherfucking freeze weapons from Krang, nigga.
All right, well, I'm gonna go forward. Me and Tom Pinoid will be going live Thursday night for Pinoid News, live from Tom Pinoid's Lucky Hands in Las Tejas, New America.
Man, come and give me your money and get your fucking shit smacked out of you, and I'll tell you where you're going wrong in life.
And tomorrow night, Sunrise, what you got going on?
Tomorrow Wednesday? Yeah, we got Insomnus tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, so if you don't know what the Insomnus is, man, they just go through the news and tell you why it's bullshit. They do a good job of that. And hey, Stone Monkey, when's your next stream?
I have no fucking clue. We'll see.
In like 5 to 10 minutes, whenever we just do a fucking video game stream.
Well, yeah, that, and they're coming now that my hand's a little more free. I got a lot of shit planned for this channel. I got some gaming.
You done jerking off already? For fuck's sake, no.
Yeah. Never done jerking off.
I'm learning some shit. All right, peace out, bitches.
Yep.